What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today for another pick a card reading. For those of you who are new, welcome in. My name is Melissa. And for today's reading, you guys, we're going to be focusing in on a pick a card for your week ahead. So this reading is going to give you some details on what energies, events, or people of the highest significance will be coming in for you this upcoming week. We're also going to get some love messages as well as some messages around self-care for you for this week ahead as well. One thing that I did want to do a little bit differently for this video is I'm actually going to kick off the video with a week ahead reading for the collective. The reason I wanted to do this is because I feel like this year we've just had a lot of really crazy energies and events that seem to keep happening for us as a collective, especially if you're here in the United States watching from here. It just always seems like there's something. So I thought it could be good for us to just kind of take a look at what's happening as a collective and the collective energy this week ahead. And then I will also have the individual piles for you guys to pick for your own individual week as well. Okay, so first we're going to get started with the collective reading. If this is not something that you feel super interested in watching, then just go ahead and check the timestamps below so you can fast forward to card selection. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start off with our collective energy reading for the week ahead. So first thing we're going to be tapping into is the overall energy, like the big picture energy that's kind of influencing us as we navigate this upcoming week. So this is something that's going to be kind of lingering or looming, depending on how you look at it, throughout the whole week. We start here with the full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. So I'm not going to lie, you guys, I'm sensing a lot of really heavy energy from this card. This is very much an energy of big, powerful changes, really on the cusp of pushing through for us as a collective this week. I would not be surprised if some sort of surprise event happens this week that kind of rattles the collective, or some sort of secrets are revealed that we aren't really expecting to be revealed. But you can even see, taking a look at this moon that's here in the card, it's a very fiery, very red kind of energy, which is making me feel like whatever this is that is influencing us as we push through this week as a collective is going to feel maybe a little rocky, maybe a little rough, very powerful. And if you're not somebody who is really in your own power as an individual, then you're going to be at risk for whatever this collective energy is that's happening to us this week, collective event happening. If you're not in your power, in your own personal power and energy, I feel like this energy of the collective is going to really knock you off course, if that makes sense. So just kind of be on the lookout for that, you guys. It definitely feels like something that has yet to be revealed to us is going to be revealed this week with that full moon eclipse. And it is something that's going to bring about some really, really powerful change. I do feel like the change could be something positive, but I think it's all going to depend on how we think about it and how we look at it, which I'm going to share with you in a second as we look at the messages from the tarot. Okay, so big, powerful energies coming through next week, or this week, sorry. Conclusions are in reach, answers to questions that may have been lingering coming to fruition. I'm definitely seeing that as we start off this week. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. So what this is telling me is that something as a collective that has been maybe at a standstill for us, something that we haven't really gotten a lot of clarity on, maybe there's been some neutrality around a certain situation as a collective, it's going to come out to the light. This is about coming out of a period of standstill energy, kind of like this truce energy. And now we're coming out of that and we're ready to kind of lift the blindfold, see things clearly, take a step forward, okay? I also feel like this has to do with us, you know, like something that maybe we have not wanted to deal with, something that maybe we have not wanted to see, something that we've been closing our eyes to. It's almost like we're going to be forced to now see it for what it is toward the beginning of the week, okay? And I think that comes right back to that full moon eclipse energy of this powerful shift coming in for us that's going to take the blindfold off. Toward the middle of this week, we have the King of Wands energy. So this is like, it's almost like a phoenix rising from the ashes type of vibe. So I don't want to say 100% who I think this could represent, but I have my thoughts. And maybe you guys have your thoughts as well. I would be curious to know who you think the King of Wands represents as a collective this week. But this is almost like an energy I'm getting of like a strong, confident leader kind of busting through, trying to shine the light onto something in the middle of the week. And there is this, really, really bright sun that's catching my eye here. So it kind of feels like, again, with that Two of Swords being reversed, full moon eclipse, some powerful, feisty energy presenting itself toward the middle of the week where, whatever has been in the dark will now be revealed. We end the week, though, here with the Eight of Swords. So I feel like whatever is going on next week, by the ending of the week, there's definitely going to be this feeling of kind of just wanting to hide out, just kind of wanting to be to yourself, just kind of want to be protecting yourself, protecting your energy. You can see this person here in this Eight of Swords, they're feeling really, really anxious. But remember, you guys, with the Eight of Swords, this is very much a vibe of like, the situation's not as bad as you might think it is. This is about being kind of trapped by your own thoughts, trapped by your own fears, mental fears that you have mentally in your head, telling yourself stories that the situation is way worse than what it actually is. And so I do see a lot of us as a collective kind of moving into that energy toward the end of the week. It's like we have these really powerful changes, powerful energies coming through this week, and then we've got, fears, anxiety, stress toward the end of the week because maybe we don't know like 100% how to deal with whatever this conclusion is that's being presented to us. And that's kind of what I was saying to you guys about like, depending on how you look at the situation is how you're going to feel about it, right? Keep in mind too, like, this figure, they're hiding out in this cave, but there's this beautiful, big, beautiful world right just a footstep away if they want to go out there and just enjoy it, right? There's nothing menacing or scary that's outside the door. But this person is kind of sitting in their own fear. So just kind of keep this in mind, you guys, as you're navigating the week ahead. Whatever is coming in, whatever conclusion is being presented to our collective, whatever chaotic energy is happening in the world, there is going to be this tendency toward the end of the week to just kind of want to sequester yourself off from that. But just keep in mind that like it's all in the way that you're looking at it. It's all in the stories, quote unquote, you're telling yourself about it. It may not be as bad as what you think it is. You just have to take a step out there and try something new. Take a step out and be brave. Go about your day, I did go ahead and pull a self-care message for us for a collective energy this week as well, how we can kind of best deal with the changes, the shifts coming in for us. And we actually got spend some time with animals. So I think if any of you guys are out there and you have pets, this is a great week to kind of take your energy off of whatever craziness could be happening with our collective energy. Ground yourself through spending time with your pets if you have a pet. Maybe go to, I don't know if you can go to a zoo right now with everything going on with COVID-19. I don't know if that's an option, but that could be an option if there's one near you that's open and it's safe to go. Even I think, you guys, spending time out in nature, spending time in nature is a great way to really ground yourself if you're feeling anxious or if you're feeling nervous about, circumstances that are going on that are kind of outside of our control. So either way, this is our self-care message as a collective. Best way for us to kind of cope with and navigate any shifts or changes in energy coming through hitting us next week is to spend time with animals or spend time out in nature. So hopefully this was helpful. I would definitely be curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the collective energy reading for this week. And also, as you guys are watching your own personal week ahead message, I would definitely be curious to know if you see any kind of like synchronicities in your week ahead with kind of the collective energy week ahead reading as well. All right, so thank you guys for watching me. I'm going to go ahead and show you a close-up of the card selection now so that you guys can fast forward to your personal week ahead reading in just a second. All right, you guys, so here is the card selection for your individual week ahead prediction. So we have 4 piles we're going to be working with today. Starting here on the left, we have pile 1, which is this little sunstone. I think it's called a sunstone. Pile 2, moss agate. Pile 3, we have some mookite. And then pile 4, I don't know what that is. So go ahead and take a couple deep breaths. Go ahead and center your energy. And when you guys are feeling ready, go ahead and select the card or crystal that you are feeling the most intuitively guided to. Timestamps will be linked down below in the description box so that you can fast forward to your week ahead reading. All right, pile one, so let's go ahead and see what you guys can expect this upcoming week. So I'm going to start off with your messages from the tarot, but then we'll get into some message from Oracle, love life, all the things, okay? So from the tarot, we start off your week with the Hierophant, Two of Coins or Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Coins. So, pile one. So, I definitely feel pile one. I think that this week you guys are probably going to be feeling like you're pretty hard at work around something. I'm definitely seeing a lot of pentacles. So there's a lot of emphasis this week for you on career, finances, work, really grounding yourself in your material realm, so to speak. We kick off the week here with the Hierophant energy. So I feel like you guys are starting off your week really trying to like kind of do things the way, quote unquote, they're supposed to be done. So whether you guys are working in a specific workplace or this intuitively, this feels more like a work or career reading for this week, or a career emphasis. But no matter what situation you guys are finding yourselves in, toward the beginning of the week with this Hierophant energy, this is about you guys really making sure that you are following the written or societal rules of whatever situation of significance is around you. Okay, so this can be like, oh, I'm going to church, I have to follow these specific rules of my church, or I'm going to work, I have to follow the specific rules and do things a specific way that's done in my company, the culture of my company, quote unquote. So you guys definitely are starting off the week very mindful of following the rules, doing things the way that they're supposed to be done, not really being super creative or going outside of the box. Now, something that's really kind of catching my attention about this Hierophant energy is she looks very kind of stern to me, which is interesting. Like that's the first thing I really picked up on when I was looking at her face, just the expression. The energy feels heavy at the beginning of the week. I'm not going to lie, you guys. It's almost like you guys are trying really hard to follow these rules, yet maybe they don't completely resonate with you. And so you have to really find yourself exerting a lot of effort and energy to kind of fit in to this scene that you're finding yourself in. And as you guys navigate toward the middle of the week with this Two of Pentacles being reversed, this is to me about like just letting it go. This is like, you know, something in my week is just not working for me. I'm balancing too many things. I have a lot on my plate. Something's got to go is what I'm really getting from this Two of Pentacles being reversed. So anything that's kind of throwing you guys off balance, I feel like you guys are going to be really in tune with that toward the middle of the week, and you're going to be feeling like a weight's being lifted off your shoulders because you're just dropping it. You're dropping it. But the thing about it is that it kind of feels like whatever you guys may drop the ball on, quote unquote, you're going to find yourselves having to pick it back up toward the ending of the week because we have the Eight of Coins. And this is all about putting in really, really hard work. But again, you guys, with this Eight of Coins, I always am drawn to like the expression on her face. It's like she's crying. Her hands and her feet are covered in thorns. So it's like you guys are putting in a lot of work, but it feels like you guys are not doing something that you genuinely love. Like this energy that I'm picking up on, it just feels really, really heavy for you guys. So it's like, you know, I think you're going to have a little bit of some ups and downs next week as it pertains to whatever work endeavor that you're working on. But let's just see what else comes through. Okay, so we have Believe in the Impossible, the Blue Moon. So this is actually really good, you guys. What this is telling me with this Blue Moon energy is that what you guys are going through this week is, it's like a once in a blue moon situation. I don't think that you guys are going to find yourselves stuck in this energy for very long. Blue moon is like a very rare type of moon. That's why it says believe in the impossible. This is about events or energies presenting themselves to you that are out of the norm. Things that happen once in a lifetime, once in a blue moon. So if you guys are finding like you're having a heavier week, I would just take solace in the fact that this is temporary. Now, for others of you, blue moon is coming through to say that there is some sort of opportunity being presented to you next week that maybe is more on the positive side, that was unexpected. This could be career related, it could be relationship related, it could have a lot of different things, but just know that next week as you guys are navigating your week ahead, or this week as you're navigating your week ahead, I don't know why I keep saying next week, there is something around once in a lifetime opportunities or really rare circumstances being presented to you. So from your romance angels, we have free yourself. It says it's time to take control of your life back. So when it comes to love and romance next week, it's not really feeling super romantic just in your energy that we're picking up on. And it kind of feels the same way when it comes to love as well. So you guys got free yourself. This is about kind of releasing a relationship, letting go of a connection with somebody, moving on from a situation that maybe kept you feeling trapped before. Maybe for a few of you guys, this week coming up it could be about relationship for some of you, even though there's a lot of Pentacles energy here. This Hierophant energy can also have to do with like commitments, marriages, unions, things like that. And this message of freeing yourself definitely is kind of coming through toward this middle of the week with that Two of Pentacles and just like letting something go, right? But yeah, I feel like when it comes to love and romance next week, the emphasis is on you guys just letting something go. So, if you're in a connection with someone and it's not been working out well, this could be about you totally freeing yourself from that connection. This can also just be about moving on from whatever conflict could be happening in your love life with your partner if you guys are in a connection. But I also see this as a new beginning. So a lot of you guys could be single watching this as well, and you may just need to kind of free yourself from, being single. What I mean by that is like, I feel like this is me. This is like, you guys are this beautiful, mystical, amazing creature, this unicorn, right? And it's like you're keeping yourself stuck in this little pen. So I almost kind of feel intuitively for a lot of you guys when it comes to love next week, this is about you kind of letting yourself out of this sequestered energy that you've been in. You're going to be you're guided to open yourselves up to love, or open yourselves up to maybe some different types of people or different opportunities that you've not really entertained in the past. Either way, lots of messages coming through here depending on your situation, but there is definitely this energy of like letting go of something, moving on, and trying something new. So we also got a self-care message for this week for you guys. And for you, we have make an altar. Very cool. So making an altar is great if you guys are into like spiritual practices. That could be tying in with that Hierophant energy as well. But essentially, this could be a great thing for you guys to do to, meditate, manifest, pay respects to your ancestors, things like that. You can see in this card, it's almost like she's sitting and kind of meditating in front of her altar, and she's got like a beautiful candle. She's got like this cute little Buddha statue, some flowers, so maybe if you guys are spiritual, like take some time to maybe like add some different things to your altar. Like if you need to pay respects to your ancestors, maybe put some things up there that that they would love, that would really resonate with them, things like that. If you guys are trying to manifest something, maybe adding a candle to your altar, you can do candle manifestation, or maybe it's just about like sprucing it up, adding some things, taking some things away, but creating something that you can appreciate not only for yourself and your own spiritual practice, but for your ancestors as well, okay? So I think that's all that I have for you, pile one. Comment below and let me know how this message resonates with you. And also let me know if you had any takeaways from the collective message, and if you feel like your week could be potentially influenced by what you were seeing in the collective reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much if you're subscribed. If you're not already, please be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so that you're aware of when I'm uploading new content. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, pile 2, so if you chose the moss agate, let's go ahead and see what is coming in for your week ahead. So I'm going to start off with your messages from tarot, and then we'll get into like your love life, your self-care, all the cool stuff, okay? All right, so pile 2. So we're starting off your week here with the 5 of Wands. Then we have the 6 of Wands reversed and the Magician. Okay, pile 2. Did I say pile 1? Pile 2. All right, so I'm definitely seeing that you guys may start off your week a little bit rocky. If not rocky, there's just a lot of intense energy happening at the beginning of your week. We start off here with the 5 of Wands energy. So you can see here, this is like an energy of conflict, competition, chaos. There's a lot of chaotic energy that I'm seeing here for sure. So you guys could be finding yourself in a situation where you're arguing with someone or some group of people. This could have to do with something in your workplace where it's like there's too many people trying to get their point across, too many cooks in the kitchen, that type of vibe. And everybody is just like sparring back and forth and nobody's really listening. It's just like a hot mess, okay? So there's definitely a lot of that happening at the beginning of your week. Lots of intense, kind of fiery, feisty energy around conflict and just dealing with other people and having to kind of find yourself in the middle of something that maybe you don't necessarily want to be in the middle of. But I for some reason, I kind of get the vibe that you guys are like, even though this 5 of Wands could be happening just like around you for some of you guys, I definitely get the vibe that a lot of you guys may actively be participating in it, because as we move to the middle of your week, we have the 6 of Wands, but it's reversed. So to me, this is kind of about like walking away from something with a little bit of a bruised ego, having our feelings hurt a little bit, just not feeling like we got the recognition that we deserved. So if you guys are finding yourselves like fighting at the beginning of the week, just know that you're going to leave that situation not feeling the greatest about it, not feeling like you won the argument. If you guys are competing for something, it's looking like you guys may not get the recognition that you were hoping that you would get, or not feeling like you got the recognition that you deserved. But the cool thing is that you guys are rounding out your week with the Magician energy, which is like you guys are getting your mojo back a little bit. So it's like we had this issue that happened at the beginning of the week and we didn't feel so great about it. But now it's like you guys are kind of going back to the drawing board and saying, okay, like let me manifest something new for myself. Let me kind of be in my power again. Whatever this was, maybe it taught me a lesson. Maybe I tried something and it didn't work. But now like it's about, okay, I know that I have all the skills I need to get whatever it is I desire, and I'm going to focus my intentions on manifesting a new beginning for myself, okay? So that's looking really positive. Side note, is this Cinderella? I think it is, because there's pumpkins and there's mice all around her. Something that's coming through, another message, you guys, with the mice, you guys want to make sure when you're ending your week and you're trying to kind of get yourself back together and manifest something new for yourself, like whatever this was that didn't work out, I feel like it's because there was a lack of attention to detail here. Whenever I think of mice, I think of like paying attention to the small, even whatever seems like the most minute detail is something that could be important to help you guys get a different result for the next time. There's a lot of little mice around her. So as you guys are manifesting and kind of getting your power back, you know, thinking about a new start, a new beginning, make sure that you're paying attention to the details and whatever it is you're manifesting. All right, so we have faith in your dreams, the waxing crescent moon. So this is really positive, you guys. So it's like next week, I think you guys are, I definitely can see the message of manifestation coming through here. This waxing crescent moon, this is all about like the moon kind of traveling from the new moon phase to the full moon phase. So this is telling me that as you guys are navigating your week this week, it's like you're starting something new, and you're progressing through it a little bit, but it's just going to mean that there's a little bit more work to be done before your dream is totally going to come to fruition. You're still like in the very beginning stages. So, you know, if something isn't like working out in your favor, if you're trying to kind of fight for something and you're not getting the success that you want right away, just be patient with yourselves. Like I was saying, pay attention to those details, because this energy is very much of like beginning of something type of energy, beginning stages type of energy. There's butterflies here. So maybe you guys, you know, you're working on your transformation right now, and it doesn't happen overnight, right? So just be patient with yourselves. So love life, we have healing family issues. So maybe for some of you guys, some of this conflict that's coming in has to do with family. Like there's a lot of people, like there's a lot of people in your reading this week. So when it comes to love and relationships, you guys are really being guided to work on forgiveness, work on healing, resolving any conflicts that are presenting themselves to you. So this could have to do with the message that just came through that we just read on with your tarot cards. This could have to do with something totally external to that. But I don't think it's a coincidence that you guys have conflict energy and then conflict energy here in your love life. So take what resonates for you. You guys are, sparring with a loved one, a friend, a family member, a love interest. You guys are really being guided to find ways that you can forgive and move forward in a really healthy way. Learn your lessons, take the lessons with you, and then just kind of move on from that situation. You guys are single and you're not experiencing conflict with anyone right now and you're wanting love, your message for this week is, again, to focus on healing family issues. So take some time to think about, your relationship with your family, your mom, your dad, siblings even, and maybe think about how any like relationship patterns that you've experienced with those family members could be potentially manifesting itself in your love life. I would definitely recommend like doing some deeper inner work on that, some deeper reflection on that. Sometimes even like a certain pattern that a family member does isn't negative, but it does influence the way that you would behave in a relationship, right? So like, for example, for me, like I know that my mom, she's super sweet and kind and will like literally do anything for anybody. But because of that, sometimes she gets taken advantage of, and that's actually a trait that she passed down to me. So, it's nothing bad, but it's just good to like kind of make yourself aware of any patterns that, you could have learned from your family that may be impacting you as you're trying to draw in a romantic partner. Okay. So your self-care message for this week, we have Dream Journal. This says, "Are you sleeping?" That's so cute. So yeah, you guys, I would definitely recommend, maybe for a lot of you guys, I don't know about you, but for me, this has definitely been the case recently. I have been getting a lot of crazy messages in my dreams, and I'm actually going to make a video on this soon, so just stay tuned for that. But I think a lot of you guys could be experiencing the same thing. If you weren't experiencing it, this wouldn't be your self-care message for the week. So after you guys wake up, if you've had a really intense dream, take some time to write down what your dream was about and try to think about what the symbolism behind the dream means and how that could be relating to your everyday life. What lesson do you have to learn in your dream? What are your dreams trying to tell you about what's going on in your life? That type of thing. If you guys are not having weird dreams and you're like, why the heck would I dream journal? You could even take this as a message of writing down your physical dreams. Like, what is it that you're trying to manifest? This could just be a message for you to try to put that down in writing so that you've got a more clear idea of how you can move forward. So more like planning my physical dreams versus writing down my sleep dreams. So very interesting week ahead, pile 2. Please let me know how this resonated for you. Drop me a comment below. And let me know too, if you guys watch the collective reading, let me know if you feel like your week is going to be influenced by anything that we pulled from the collective energy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are subscribed, thank you. I appreciate you so much. And if you're not already, please go ahead and subscribe now. Hit the bell so that you know when I'm uploading new content. And I appreciate you guys so much. I will catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. So if you chose this little Mookite heart, let's go ahead and see what is happening for you this week. So we're going to start with your messages from the tarot, and then I've got you a Moonology, a Romance Angels, and a self-care message that we'll get into as well. Okay, pile 3. So we start off your week here with the Knight of Coins. Then we have Justice reversed. And then we have the King of Coins reversed. So lots of coins, lots of pentacles energy in this reading for you, pile 3. So you guys are kind of starting off your week in this Knight of Coins energy where it's like, I feel like you guys are starting off on the right foot. Like you're trying to make really thoughtful, well-planned, detail-oriented progress toward one of your goals and aspirations this week. You know, Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles is very much that energy of like practical planning, not taking a lot of risks, just being really smart, really strategic, you know, really planful, all of those things. Very grounded, but it's slow energy. You can see he's riding this super cute little cow, but the cow is literally like planted, feet on the ground, like not really moving anywhere. So I feel like you guys are starting your week almost like making plans, but going about it from a very slow, practical perspective. And I feel like the reason why you guys could be doing this is something to do with this justice energy. So I feel like you guys are kind of starting the week off on a positive note, and then we navigate toward the middle of the week, and with this justice reverse, this is almost like a feeling of like something unfair happening in your life. Because justice energy is about like balancing the scales. It's about fairness. And with it being reversed, this is like something is off balance, something is not fair, something is not just, something is just not right about the situation. Sometimes this can also have to do with like legal matters. So I don't know if some of you guys out there are trying to like plan a way to like figure out these legal matters that could be impacting your life right now. This could also just have to do with like, you know, legal matters doesn't have to mean like anything super scary, like a court or anything like that, but it could just have to do with like a contract too. So like, this could be like you guys signing a new work contract or like an apartment contract, something like that. But it's almost like whatever this contract was, maybe this is an offer coming through for you at the beginning of the week too. And then it's like, this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel balanced. It's just like not the right fit for some reason. We round out your week here with this King of Coins in reverse. So I do feel intuitively, you guys, like it's almost like whatever this unfairness, this imbalance is in the middle of your week, it's going to kind of knock you off your game a little bit as you move toward the ending of the week, because King of Coins in reverse is kind of like, ugh, like I don't have my stuff together. I'm not grounded right now. My material realm might be a little bit like needing more attention right now, something like that. I also think too, for some of you, it could just be that this, whatever this is that happens feels so unfair that it's like, you know what, I just don't even feel like continuing on with my plans right now. Like you're just kind of in this space of like being in a funk from it and just like not being in the mood to put in the work to kind of snap back into action with whatever your plans were when you started the week. This definitely, it's very Pentacles heavy, you guys. So this definitely feels like it could have to do with something like career, finances, home life, something like that. But let's see what else comes through. Yeah, so we have the disseminating moon. Take a time to breathe out. I think this makes a lot of sense. It's like you guys are starting off the week with the best of intentions, but there's still some time, I think, needed for you to be able to properly process whatever the situation is that you're trying to plan through. And so this is really just a message to like protect your energy and just trust and know that like the disseminating moon is meaning that like this situation is going to fall away eventually. But now just may not be the right time to be fully putting a lot of energy into it and really dealing with it super forcefully, if that makes sense. So for love and romance, we have attraction. Next week or this week, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I love that. So maybe for some of you guys, I feel honestly, just looking at the rest of your week, you guys, just keeping it totally real with you, I definitely feel like this message of attraction has to do with you guys kind of lightening up a little bit. I feel like this is more of an advice message about your love life, that you guys need to try to infuse a little bit more fun this week because your week is feeling heavy. It's not feeling like it's a lot of fun. It feels like you guys might be dealing with some maybe frustrating energy or just kind of feeling like you're getting the crappy end of the stick in some matter. And so I feel like for the majority of you guys, you're being guided to go out and do something fun this week. Like release the Pentacles energy for a second and just like maybe go out and grab a drink or hang out with your friends. And then if you are wanting to attract romantic love into your life, the way that you're going to be able to do that is through, you know, raising your vibration and being that fun, vivacious, attracting person that I feel like a lot of you guys are, okay? Some of you guys could find yourselves attracting someone next week just anyway, but I feel like that message is more of a message of advice about your love life than like something specific coming in for you. So let's look at your self-care message. So we have connect with your ancestors. This is cool, you guys. I feel like one of the other groups got a similar message. So connect with your ancestors. So this could be a great week for you guys to connect with, you know, immediate family members that are still alive, obviously, as well as connect with ancestors that have passed. So talk to maybe like a grandparent, a mom, a great grandparent, if you still are fortunate enough to have one living. Spending time with your family, I think, is going to help you guys to feel a little bit more grounded. And maybe that's what you guys can be doing to try to bring in some fun back into your week, right? Maybe for some of the rest of you, you guys know how to connect with your ancestors who have passed. Maybe you have like specific like ways that you communicate with them and connect with them. And so this week, it's something you're guided to do. And you know what I'm picking up on here? Just this little synchronicity here. This King of Pentacles and this connect with your ancestors card, they both have a tree with roots coming out of it. So it's like, I'm wondering if you guys need to connect with your ancestors to kind of help turn whatever this situation is back into your favor. Maybe family members are going to be able to help you to get out of whatever the situation is, or help you to navigate whatever the situation is a little bit better for yourselves. And I feel like it's a strong message here around like planting roots. You know, because when I see both of these trees, it's like the roots are going really deep into the ground. And I feel like maybe the way for you guys to ground yourselves again and kind of plant more stable roots would be through connecting with family members. So very interesting week, pile 3. I think that's all that's coming through for you. So drop me a comment below. Let me know how this message resonates for you. Let me know if you guys feel like, if you had a chance to watch the collective reading, let me know if you feel like anything happening in the collective energy could be potentially impacting your week ahead. Drop me a comment. I would love to hear from you. If you guys are already subscribed, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the support. And if you're not already, go ahead and click the subscribe button, hit the bell so you guys know when I'm uploading new content. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye. All right, group 4, so if you chose this little random stone that I didn't know what it was, let's go ahead and see what's coming in for your guys' week ahead. So we're going to start with your messages from tarot. You guys actually had an extra Romance Angels card pop out, so I'm excited to see what's happening in your love life too. We'll get to that in a second. So, pile 4, we start off your week here with the Fool in the reverse. We have the Devil in the reverse. And then we have the 9 of Cups. All right, you guys. So I feel like your week, so you got 2 major arcana this week, and they're both reversed. So I feel like you guys could be encountering some pretty major lessons this week, or some pretty fixed energies that you're going to be dealing with as you move through. Starting off your week here, we've got the Fool in the reverse. So this is, to me, kind of speaking to maybe some hesitancy around maybe starting something new, maybe hesitancy around maybe being impulsive and taking a leap of faith into something. This can also be an energy of feeling blocked in terms of just being able to be your full, authentic self. You know, if you look at this card, this is such a beautiful card. It reminds me, I think it's the Little Mermaid, you know? And she is somebody who is so carefree and she just wants what she wants so much that she's literally willing to like go to great lengths to become a human so that she can meet her love and experience a new type of world, right? So I feel like you guys could be feeling sort of like a blockage when it comes to living in your truth at the beginning of the week, or when it comes to kind of trying something new, embarking on a new journey that's right in front of you. There's some hesitancy around that. Or it could just be that for some of you guys, you're more so taking this new journey from a very slow perspective. So instead of just blindly jumping into it, you're more so wanting to plan it out and have it a bit more controlled, if that makes sense. Now, as we move toward the middle of your week, we have the Devil in the reverse. So I feel like this is really positive. It's almost like you guys are freeing yourselves from this blocked energy of the Fool. Devil energy is an energy of feeling very trapped, oppressed into something, feeling like we're stuck in a situation that we just don't know how to get out of, feeling like we're indebted to something or obligated to something that we just don't want to do. And I feel like with this being in the reverse, it's almost like a weight is being lifted off of your shoulders. It's like you're coming to this realization. It's like, I don't have to keep myself stuck. Like, I actually can do whatever the heck I want to do. I can do what makes me feel good and what makes me feel happy, and I don't have to feel like I'm trapped. Now, for some of you guys, this double reverse could have to do with you resisting some sort of a temptation that's being presented to you, resisting some sort of bad habit that's being presented to you. So you're kind of like doing a good job, I feel like, in the middle of the week and the beginning of saying, you know what, no, I'm not going to fall back into this pattern. I am going to make sure that I'm being more controlled in the way that I approach the situation. We end the week here with the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment energy. This is an interesting variation of the 9 of Cups. So I feel like a lot of you guys, when you round out your week this week, it's going to be about doing what makes you feel emotionally fulfilled inside. Maybe some of you guys will indulge a smidge because the 9 of Cups is about kind of like indulging ourselves in a treat or some sort of behavior that brings us pleasure and happiness. So I definitely see that for you guys at the end of the week. Maybe some of you are connecting with a loved one, a friend, a partner, someone that you just genuinely enjoy being with, and you guys are going to have like a great time together, something like that coming through. So then we have the void of course moon. Nothing will come of this situation. So I definitely think that whatever phases you guys are moving through next week, it's not a permanent thing, right? So like, you guys are struggling with something or having a moment of like indulgence, whatever, like just know that like nothing major is going to happen from the situation or the circumstances being presented to you. This is like a time when the moon is just like off track, I think. It doesn't really have like a home that it's in right now. It's just kind of like wandering into the sky. And that's kind of what this week is about for you guys. I feel like you guys are just kind of like moving through the week. It could just mean like nothing super crazy or super significant is necessarily happening for you. If something major does happen, which I'm not necessarily seeing here for you, but if something does present itself to you that feels like either really positive or really negative, just know that it's going to feel more like temporary energy. It's like nothing serious is going to come from this. Now, from your Romance Angels cards, we actually got 2 that fell out for you. So we have Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. I am definitely seeing that at the end of your week for sure. And then we have New Love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So this is awesome, you guys. I'm definitely feeling a lot of this more toward the ending of your week, you guys, because the beginning of your week feels like you're very much being controlled. Like you're in control of yourself, you're in control of your environment. There's a little bit of fear around taking a leap of faith. So there is someone new that you're feeling excited about. I definitely think you guys are kind of like holding off until the end of the week to kind of like make your feelings known to that person or to have that flirtatious energy with this person. But this is beautiful energy for love. I'm excited for you guys. Now for your self-care message, we have write a gratitude list. So this is always a great exercise to do. If you guys are feeling like stuck or trapped, and you guys definitely did have that energy of like the devil full reversed, writing gratitude lists is great because it helps us to kind of focus on the positive things we have in our lives. Especially, you know, again, another message coming through with this void of course moon could be that feeling of like stuck or aimlessness. Like, where am I going right now? Where am I going with my life right now? So sometimes like writing down all the things that you have, the things that you're feeling grateful for, even just like the smallest things, it can help to shift your vibration into a more positive mindset, more positive vibration. So even the smallest things, you guys, like think about, like I would say, I am super grateful to have a car that works, right? I'm grateful to have a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I'm healthy. I'm grateful that I am happy. Like anything that you guys are feeling grateful for, no matter how teeny tiny it might be, even if it's hard to figure out what to be grateful for this week, like try to find something. It could be like, I'm grateful for the snack I got at the grocery store, like any little thing, right? Super important, I think, just to continue to shift you guys into a more positive vibration, more positive mindset, maybe kind of alleviate some of this feeling of being stuck, you know, because sometimes when we're stuck, it's because we don't realize all the beautiful opportunities or all the beautiful things we actually have already within us. So this can help you guys maybe get some thought starters on how you can move forward from any situations you're feeling trapped in. So I think that's all that's coming through for you, pile 4. I'm so excited, especially about your love life. It looks really exciting next week. So drop me a comment below. Let me know how this resonated for you. And if you guys had a chance to check out the collective reading, let me know if you kind of feel like anything going on in your personal week is going to be impacted by the collective energy for the week. If you guys are already subscribed, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I really appreciate all the support. And if you're not already, go ahead and click the subscribe button, hit the bell so you guys know when I'm uploading new content. Love you guys so much, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.